Hello everybody, welcome to your Oshai Healing. This is a new earth healing where I will channel sigils much like Reiki used to be, but not with symbols, with sigils. I will bring forth light, energy, healing, and whatever is needed for this new moon, solar plexus. I feel like equinox energy. And also, what I was tuning into yesterday was that we are in the midst of a polarity shift. I kept hearing it last night. I was trying to ground with my kids, and I kept hearing and seeing polarity shifting. Now, these are the poles, but they are the poles that connect to all planets, not just Earth. So this is quite large. We are in the midst of a planetary shift because the Earth is not the only thing that is ascending. It is a galactic ascension, okay? And we are going into 7D, 8D energies on this planet, not 5D, okay? It was originally a 5-dimensional ascension, and it shifted into a 7th dimensional system, an ascension, which is just like Pleiades galaxy. And in fact, during the return work, we anchored into the Pleiadian galaxy. So we will be a galactic planet. We will no longer be separated. We will no longer be individualistic. And we also will no longer be duality, right? So this healing is going to be all-inclusive. It is an Oshai healing, which is what Spirit calls what I do. It is New Earth. Oshai, according to Spirit, means through the descendant of the sun. So welcome. In order to receive, you just have to sit back and allow whatever's going to come through. I welcome any beings and guides that also wish to join us. I'm lighting Palo Santo right now, by the way. I welcome any angels, beings, and guides, your higher self, to connect with you. I welcome all of your energy that is able to receive, that wishes to receive, that is here for the right intentions to receive. And also any messages, angels, masters, ascended guides that wish to bring to us today for this energy, for this shift that we are in. There was a lot of people pushing for 3 days of darkness right now, saying that that's what we were going into. I will tell you that we are close to that time frame, but what is time? Okay, the thing about that is we are rising. It's not going to stop. We cannot stop it. Okay, we are ascending. We are rising. And whatever the 3 days of darkness truly is inevitable. When it will come, it doesn't matter, because we should already be doing the work to align. So it's never about fear. There is no fear in God. However, I keep hearing the words black hole sun for today's energy, for this energy right now that we are in. I keep hearing black hole sun. Black hole sun, won't you come, wash away the, is it pain? Pain? I keep hearing that. I'm just trying to get this Palo Santo lit, and it's not wanting to stay lit. I'm like, what is up with you? So I've called in the creator of all that is. I call in all the angels and beings and guides to be with us here today. It is very important at this time to pay attention to your thoughts, to quiet your mind, and to clear out everything and anything that is not love, sovereign, and divine. It's very important. It's going to be heightened because we are in a divide. So we are in the great divide. We are in the great reset of mankind. Okay? We cannot be duality. So if there is any duality, you're going to feel it heightened. You will feel it like a pulling and a tugging on one half of you from the other. Okay? Because we must eliminate all shadow, all shackles that bind, all limitations, of the body, the soul, and the mind. For those that don't know me, I am a master healer, an ascension master, and a true divine guide. When I do healings and releasings and clearings and all kinds of things, I tend to burp. It's a release. So if I do burp in your ear, please forgive me in advance. It is what it is. I never knew I was going to grow up to burp in people's ears because I was taught to be proper and feminine. That's just who I am, really. And it's gross, but it's also a blessing. So we welcome it. We welcome it. All modalities must be brought into New Earth. We are rising into the masculine and feminine again. We will no longer be separated from the masculine and feminine. They have been united. That was the true return. God does not call the return the apocalypse. He calls the return of the gods. It is the return of light. It is the return of what was done and having everything made right. The return of the masculine and feminine, from Adam and Eve to Jesus and Mary Magdalene to Sekhmet and Horus. There is no separation. There never should have been. And all modalities were brought through outside of the masculine and feminine. So they do need to be brought through. I say this because Reiki is one of the things that I'm upgrading into New Earth. I get channeled sigils. I am a master healer. It's very easy. It's innate in me to connect to all layers of you, all layers. And when I was bringing through the return, one of the first things I did was clear Mount Shasta. Then I began activating pyramids and freeing Jesus's soul. So the first step to that, which I didn't understand at the time, was processing his death, how he truly died, what really happened, who really killed him. And when we did that, it was during a Lionsgate, I believe, of 2020, we got our ability of the hands to heal again. So everything that we used to do in the old world was not in totality. It was through duality. Okay? We now need to bring everything into totality. The divine masculine and feminine. And these eclipses, this full moon energy, this 3 days of darkness, everybody is aware that we are ending and beginning. You can feel that. Let's just go to the baseline of that. We are in the state of processing out what once was, and we are going into what now will be, which is a return of the masculine and feminine, and all things must be done through that light, through the sun, through the moon, through God, through the feminine and the masculine. Okay? No longer fighting for that power, but honoring it, honoring God, co-creating with God. So this is the essence of the sun that I have channeled. And I need to grab a bay leaf I am hearing. Bay leaves are very good at removing the shadow, but we don't burn them around here. We only plant them. We plant them, we use them. I literally call on my daughter and I'm like, cleanse me with a bay leaf, and she will, and I'll be burping. It's great. Bay leaves are amazing. So this will be an all-inclusive. So when you're ready to receive, just accept it. Just say in the intention, yes, I receive this. I am present. But I'm hearing there will be deceptive energies heightened at this time. So there's going to be a pull to remove you. There's going to be doubt that enters your mind. There are going to be thoughts of negativity that come around right now. Because we are being tested. It's not necessarily just about a test. It's about the polarities. We have the darkness being removed from the light, and it doesn't want to be. It doesn't want you free. It does not want you free. Okay? So that's why it's so important to choose only the light, to be aligned to your soul path, to be aligned only to love. Remember, burping is releasing, cleansing, and connecting. So I have set this intention. I have called in the creator of all that is and all the angels and beings of light, ascended masters, guides, higher selves, and you, and myself, and my children, and our loved ones that we wish to call in and be present with us at this time through free will, of course, to come into this energy for this eclipse new moon frequency. God is calling it a polarity shift, and I am hearing black hole sun into the eye of the sun. If I say light language, it's not meant to be understood here, but it will be felt here if your heart is open. It is language of the sun. The sun and the moon are also not separate. There is no separation anymore. Those have been healed and united and realigned. So we are in the midst of a polarity shift. I need to call in the north, the east, the south, and the west to be with us at this time, recalibrated and aligned with new earth frequencies. And I'm going to take the elements of earth, wind, fire, and water, along with the north, east, south, and the west, all elements, all directions, pulled back into the north, anchored in and combined and aligned to the highest frequency of love, light, divinity, divine, and support. I remove all energies and beings that do not have intention of love. We remove the ties that keep us bound and blinded, like shackles and limitations of the mind. Ooh. Okay, my thing is spazzing. It's saying my hand was raised. I don't know why. Okay, my reactions are going crazy, you guys. I don't know what's going on with that. Very strange. Very strange. I don't use Zoom for my work, so I know it's not that. Excuse me. If you hear the sounds in the background, it is my chakra bowls, it is cleansing music, it is to help us connect to our third eye and our crown. But I am seeing certain sigils that I need to call in for this healing, so I will be doing New Earth Reiki, New Earth Light Energy healing, and more. We need to recalibrate the pole shift. That's what I'm hearing. I kept hearing it last night too. So not only will I be healing us, I will be doing stuff to the earth like I always do. So we just hold space for this. We release expectations and limitations of the mind. Excuse me. So unless you are aligned with the masculine and feminine, and you are no longer duality, you are not accessing new earth frequencies. So this is where we're at right now, is darkness is being separated from the light. And as one is rising, so too is the other, because it's being separated. And we are in a polarity. We are in a shift of alignment. Duality is no longer in existence, and the veil of illusion is being removed, and all of these energies coming in from the sun and the moon and the northern lights, all of that kind of stuff, the cosmic rays, which is something I will be showing you guys that I did a year ago, is awakening Christ's consciousness. We are there now, okay? We are in the great awakening. We are in the great divide. Duality is done. Removal of darkness from light. And the poles are shifting right now. The poles are shifting right now. The poles are shifting right now. And this is galactic. So I see new planets preparing to come into alignment for 7D and 8D alignment. So we have a bit of like a pushing, like a separation energy going for the collective and the earth. So cutting ties to all things that do not belong. All things that do not belong. Archangel Michael is stepping forward. Saint Germain is stepping forward with the Akasha Records. Joophiel is stepping forward. Azrael, Raziel, Zedkiel. We have a house full of angels stepping in, preparing for reunification. That's what they are doing at this time. We have had waves of justice. So I've said this since I began the journey in 2019. It's going to come in waves of justice. And if you haven't noticed, there have been waves of justice, but there's more coming. Polarity shift. The earth will split. The earth will rift. The earth will split. The earth will rift. The earth will split. The earth will rift. Physically, energetically, and spiritually. So I'm calling in the sun and the moon to be with us, to grace our presence, to come into this healing above our heads. They are in the center line. So this is like day 3 of birthing New Earth, 4 and 5. They are in a center line, so they are together. It's not one on one side. They are in the middle together, like an eclipse would be. The great northern star, make way for the great divide. Black hole sun into the center sun. I am blocking some energies that do not have love and light in their intentional frequency. Removal of the energies that do not belong, that wreak havoc. Removal of the energies that do not belong, that wreak havoc. So I'm going to say this because I need to. There's something about the evil eye. So I don't ever say evil eye because that word alone is sketch. I'm never going to call it an evil eye. I never focus on the evil eye. There's something wrong with that word. So it's like they took the center eye. It was not Christ consciousness. So there is a battle right now of like your third eye, like your ability to see, your ability to understand what is darkness from light. And it's so important to understand what is darkness from light. It's so important to anchor into the right things to survive these storms. Archangel Shamuel, Joophiel stepping forward, bringing in pink and green rays of the cosmic sun. It's like just beautiful pink and green rays flowing down from the central sun, gently, calmly, effervescently, coming down around us through our upper chakras, coming down around our auric field, and into the earth, through the trees, through the elements of wind, fire, water, and the breeze. I'm seeing a mountain come in. Make way for Kilimanjaro speaks. Ancestors are stepping in as well. Into the cosmic eye, the great awakening has begun. Black hole sun, the central sun. Uya. So it's the thing I see is like the Akasha records opening up. Saint Germain always comes forward with those when I do my work, but I feel like it's like a awakening of knowledge field within the collective soul. So it's almost as if the Akasha records are opening up and they're not going to close. Everybody needs to see the truth. So we're gonna pour down the sun and the moon like opening up a spigot or a faucet, and it's gonna gently pour down through the higher chakras. I'm drawing it down through the higher chakras. Christ consciousness. So I'm going into the 22nd chakra, the 19th, 18th, 17th, and 16th. Within the 22nd, I am causing a detoxification. I'm bringing, and we also need to release anxiety and angst and fear and confusion and illusion and delusion. Judgment leaves you unjudged. Judgment will leave you in judgment. Okay? Fear will leave you in fear. Division will leave you in division. It will leave you divided from the light. Be aware of what is shadow and what is light. So as I'm in the upper chakras with the sun and the moon together, like this beautiful golden fluidly light, golden fluid light, like just golden, it's like glowing sun and glowing white sun and moon, and it's coming down through the 22nd, 19th, 18th, 17th, and into the 16th. And these are very heightened right now, and this is about cosmic reunification. Removing debris. So everything happens through alignment. Nothing is separate. These healing ones are created with the light of the sun and the moon as well. These are handmade healing ones by me. Made with the divine, the sun and the moon, the power of what you would call Christ. I need to turn this up. So I'm doing something now within the 16th chakra. On my journey, Tatanka would come in a lot. And this is reminding me of that. So I am placing an ankh through ash, fire. Through fire creates ash, soot type stuff. It's a cleansing of the 16th with an ankh. A cleansing of the 16th chakra with an ankh. So I undid the Sistine Chapel through our 16th chakra, which is connection to the divine. That's how I undid it. Part 1 came through the 16th chakra, and that's where they told me Sistine Chapel, and I started processing that. Now I need to create an ankh into the 16th chakra. An ankh is the true cross. It was broken and shattered when they stole the soul of Jesus. But that's knowing the truth. The Holy Grail was not holy at all. It was a contract written in his blood, used for casting a spell and stealing the soul of Jesus. And that's why they hung him with dripping blood on a cross, because they broke the ankh and they ripped apart the masculine and feminine at that level. This sage is cedar sage. I just need a little bit of cedar. I need to burn the cedar. So this is heightening through the 16th chakra. By the way, the Sistine Chapel was the darkest portal. It was undone just before Easter, and I told you how the Pope would die, and he did. On Easter, for a reason. This is all biblical. It's all return, resurrection. Yes, this is processing out false. This is lies. This is processing out false. So I will tune in intently to the 16th chakra, 17th and 18th and 19th. And I see the dividing line from old earth to new earth. I'm also shoving the sun and the moon into Kilimanjaro and Fiji. Fiji is the first feminine pyramid I activated. It is also the portal of the gods. It's where Christ consciousness is returning to. Kilimanjaro is what I activated the masculine pyramids and undoing Mount Shasta, which was the red dragon. Okay? It's all on my channel. This is all part of the return, and this is what we're at. You understand? So it's return of the white dragon, defeated the red dragon type of things through Mount Shasta, bringing it back to Fiji. They stole the root chakra, false foundation, false reality, false illusion created through Mount Shasta, and all of the lies and the false, all of the shadow and the darkness. And that has been cleared, undone, and reconnected to the divine grid. Kilimanjaro activated, Fiji activated. These are masculine and feminine pyramids. There were many more. But this is important right now because this talks about Christ's consciousness and a false foundation being deactivated from consciousness. Truth. You shall see truth. And now I am connecting 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and the 22nd chakra to the heart chakra. So momentarily bypassing others directly to the heart. It's coming down all chakras, but I need to focus on the heart. And its connection to the 16th chakra, 17th, 18th, 19th, and the 22nd. Divinity. I'm bringing the sun and the moon directly into the center heart and into the core of the earth. So I will now do a sigil for connecting us to the earth core, our earth star chakra. And one for the heart and the Merkaba. The throat. There's heat. There's a lot of heat. I'm pouring in the sun and the moon through Fiji and Kilimanjaro together and into the core of the earth, which we have been connected to through our heart, our 16th chakra through the 22nd, the Earth Star chakra, and our Merkaba, and our throat. It's time to see the truth of the great divide, knowing where the darkness is from the light. There's something in the throat rising as I did those activations. False grid system falling and new earth rising. Sekhmet and Horus energy stepping forward through my DM and I. Adam and Eve, and Jesus and Mary Magdalene. I'm processing something big from the heart space through the throat. I can feel it. And into my third eye crown, my upper chakras as well. Do not get distracted. Do not leave this space. Finish it through. Clearing the connections to the self, the higher self in this moment in space and time. Nothing else exists. I don't know why my hand is raising continually, you guys. I looked up and my hand is raising, and that's just so weird. They're spasming, I'm telling you. Be aware of the great divide. We are entering the division of darkness and light. Into the center sun. Breaking the illusion of the truth of what was done. I see an Ankh rising out of the earth's core. I will do the earth star chakra, the heart chakra, and the Merkaba activation again. Very important at this time. And the earth star chakra together. The throat. Solar plexus. Sacral. Calling in the pyramid grid. Indonesia, Myanmar, Machu Picchu, Budapest, Thailand, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Fiji, Machu Picchu heightened, Kilimanjaro, Congo, British Columbia, Ecuador, masculine, aligned, combining Kilimanjaro and Fiji, combining Kilimanjaro and Fiji, combining and through the water, healing the drift of the great divide. Bringing in the element of water heightened, like big waves of justice. Cleansing. I feel heat. I feel a lot of heat, lot of heat, lot of heat. Bringing in the sun and the moon through Kilimanjaro and Fiji combined and into the core of the earth. And a big separation of darkness from light. The earth will expand. Bringing more light now through the 16th, 15th, 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th chakras. 11, 13, 16, and 19 heightened. Oh, excuse me. Lots of releasing there. I'm combining the 11th, 13th, 16th, and 19th chakras into one with the Merkaba. The Earth Merkaba, the divinity, the divine masculine and feminine. And we're calibrating with the north, the east, the south, and the west. The element of earth, wind, fire, water, aligned all back to the north and into the core. New earth is born. People think they know, but they have no clue. It is beyond what your mind can show you. Root chakra, opening and activating. Grounding through the new earth frequency. Merkaba into the root. Divine masculine and feminine. Make way for the great divide of darkness and light. We cannot be both. The great reset of mankind. Recalibrating the poles. This is a polarity shift into the central sun. Ancestors. This is chanting the ancestors. They're all over the earth. They're all around us. They're surrounding us. They're helping to carry the shift. Interference is being bypassed. Bringing down now through the 10th, 9th, 8th, and 7th chakra, the sun and the moon. Unblocking the crown chakra, I need to also put an ankh of ash here. Into the 7th and 6th chakra. Sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve, sun and the moon, go lie. Stonehenge, go with the Stonehenge was a portal used to take control of the sun and the moon. Ripped apart Adam and Eve. A false goddess. The snake. Repairing the alignment of the sun and the moon. Moonstone, sunstone. Drawing a central line of the feminine and masculine, repairing the sun and the moon alignment. Adam and Eve. Make way for union. It will be complete. Adam and Eve uniting. Machu Picchu was a portal of Atlantis. To Lake Titicaca. The return of the sun. Horus, rose from the Sphinx. Oh, I feel this good feeling in my throat. That's beautiful white flame ankh rising from the central earth up through the feet. Aligning the masculine and feminine, aligning the masculine and feminine through God. Through the sun and the moon, the sun and the moon, the sun and the moon united. I need to paint this. I need to paint this. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the pain? Black hole sun, won't you come, wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Polarity shift. So the sun and the moon, I'm going to completely shift them. I'm going to completely shift them. I'm going to rotate them. It's like what's up must come down. What was down must rise. What was up must come down. What is down must rise. What was up must come down. What is down must rise. Make way. False illusions. Disguise. Lies. It is time now for the final divide of darkness and light. Into the center sun has begun. Into the center sun. Ashtar stepping forward. The great event has already begun. It's coming down piece by piece, moment by moment, and sun by sun. The sun is amplified times 3, and the moon is amplified times 3. Don't you see? Don't you see? Together, aligned. Together, aligned. The shift has begun. Into the central sun. So I see Fiji and Kilimanjaro shining into the dome together, masculine and feminine. From the core of the earth, the sun and the moon rising into the consciousness of all of you. Pieces of the journey, one by one, awakening in you. Lyrans are stepping forward. It is them in the skyline. Pleiadians, Lyrans, and more. Andromedans. Galactic rising to the sun. A galactic, it's like a pull. A pull of the light becoming one. We are not just here to assist you. We are rising with you. We will become one. A reunification of the galaxies under the sun. All suns connected, all moons connected. This cannot be undone. There's Lyrans, Andromedans, Pleiadians, and more in the skies above you. In the clouds above, the capacity to see, and some in your atmosphere already. If you raise your vibration, you will see them. The vibration is too dense. They are helping to break this illusion. When the moon and the sun become one, rising into the central sun, Christ consciousness applied. From the core of the earth, through the pyramids into the dome, the trees photosynthesizing the DNA of your home. Love must return. The flower of life grid, the crystalline grid, is rising. All light connecting, turning on and amplifying and being called home. You will hear it through your DNA, through the light, through the heart. It's time to come home. Through the masculine and feminine only can we rise. Realigning the masculine and feminine, the white flame, the Ankh, through their central connection with the sun and the moon. The timelines of Jesus and Mary Magdalene, Adam and Eve, and Sekhmet and Horus, but let me speak it in the correct order that it was undone and brought back together. Jesus and Mary Magdalene, Kilimanjaro, Fiji, undoing of Mount Shasta, Sekhmet and Horus, clearing the Nile, returning the crystal to the core back to light, the rising and freeing of Horus's soul through the Sphinx, returning the moon and the sun realigned, bringing back the language of the sun and removing all shadow of the moon, rebuilding of the crystalline grid before you. To Jesus, or to Adam, to Adam and Eve. The temptations, the lies, the false goddess. The false reality. The snake stealing your power. Confusion of the mind. Illusion of time. Return of the sun and the moon. New earth. Darkness divide. The golden rainbow path to rise. So it's now flipping the sun and the moon on the earth. It's like a big boom. It's like what's up must come down, what was down must go up. The sun is here, the moon is here, and they're going to go boom. They're completely flipping inside out, like a big boom. They're flipping and reuniting at this time. They're doing this. It's a polarity shift. I'm being told now to grab my drum, and we will end this out with some ancestral God language, healing, soul movement. Rays of the rainbow coming through the moon and the sun, from yellows to pinks and greens and blues, the Lyrans bringing them all through. Make way for truce of what has been done. Make way for truce within you. Tuning in now deeply to the solar plexus, the heart and the moon. Bringing clarity and light through. Power returning now to the masculine and feminine. The snake rising through the DM and feminine. The sun and the moon. Into the central sun. Ganesh and Shakti and Shiva, gods and masters, teachers of you, Sandalphon with the seraphim angel energy coming forth as well. Rising now into the central sun. Drawing the sun from the core of the earth with the moon into our feet, our ankles, our calves, our knees, our thighs, and our root. Filling up the root chakra with the sun and the moon of the core of the earth, the central sun. Into the sacral, into the solar plexus. There we go. I feel it. Into the solar plexus even more. Beautiful. Thank you. Into the heart. Make way for the central sun. Black-hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the pain. Make way, for as the light will rise, so too will the darkness. There is no integration, only that of a divide of darkness to light. So you will see it. It cannot hide into the throat. Only truth now. Only truth now. Into the third eye and crown. 11th, 13th, 16th and 19th and 22nd chakras. An ankh of white light, pure white flame rising from the earth through your body. Spirit of the ancestors of the earth, the wind, the water, fire, and soil. Coming through the trees and the seas, the sudden bursts of breeze. And a movement of the soil of the land beneath your feet. A sudden rift, a sudden drift, a sudden shift. Removal of a veil of illusion through the heart space of confusion. Washing away the pain, washing away the pain, washing away the pain, and love returns again. Like I see an earthquake going right through the Great Wall of China. It's like it breaks it right in half. Some dams breaking right in half and the floodgates open. All dividing lines are being broke open. The 3 days of darkness is the rise and the angst and the anguish of the red dragon. Central sun. Rising through our feet, our ankles, our calves, our knees, our thighs, and into the root. Balancing out the root chakra with the earth star chakra. Aligning to Fiji and Kilimanjaro. Going into the sacral. Crystalline grid being clarified here for creative flow. Into the solar plexus, recalibrating the solar plexus with the sun and the moon. So I drew the sun and the moon from the earth up, and I'm also bringing it down from above, all the way down to meet in the solar plexus. With the north and the south poles, the core of the earth, the equator line, the ethereal, way in the sky, the universe. A big shift. What was up will now be down. What was up will now be down. What was up will now be down. It's like the earth flipping upside down. So is the solar plexus shifting and rifting and moving. Connecting the solar plexus deeply to Lake Titicaca and Machu Picchu, the feminine, Fiji. Rising to the heart through Kilimanjaro. The Merkaba being flipped upside down. What was up will now be down. What was down will now be up. Into the central sun. No more inverted reality. Everything just shifted, a polarity shift. So what was upside down is now up. What was up is now down. Into the throat, the third eye and crown, and into your causal chakra. Polarity shift. So I see the meridian points on your chest. A polarity shift. I am rubbing them with light. Polarity shift. What was left will now be right. Polarity shift. What was left will now be right. Like a inverted coin, like a veil of illusion. Like, it's done. You will only see truth. Polarity shift. The fall of an illusion. The biggest trick of the shadow is making you think it's the light. Saint Germain is coming in with a violet flame to cleanse away anything that was drawn out that remains. So where the Ankh was broken, it has now become one again into the Ankh. So it was broken in half, became a cross, and it is realigned again to the masculine and feminine and become the Ankh once again. And that is all connectedness through the earth, the sun and the moon, the trees, the wind, the water, fire, through the light, through you. We will become a galactic planet. We will intertwine with the galaxy. There will be no divide of any form anymore, all pure light. You will no longer be able to use the light for personal gain and shadow creations, and you will no longer be able to bring the shadow into the light. The polarity shift has occurred with this energy and into the eye of the sun, the central sun, the black hole sun. Black hole sun. It's like a black hole through the sun. We are shifting realities. The great solar flash event. It's a portal of the final shift into new earth. And it is upon us at this time. How this plays out is not up to you or any man of any kind. It is the work of God, and it will not play out in your mind. We cannot fathom it. So don't put a finger on it. Open your heart and align. Now is the time. That's all that matters. Or don't. It's up to you. So I see the DM with a moon on his throat, on like a necklace of the moon, and I see the feminine with the sun, and they are becoming one. So I'm getting an image of the masculine and feminine, like my DM and I becoming one, walking into each other, becoming one, and the moon and the sun combining into one. That was beautiful. So I'm going to begin now to end this one out. We're going to anchor into the trees, the earth, the water, the breeze, the animals of birds and squirrels and bears, and even our furried friends at home of dogs and cats or whatever you connect to. They are very present at this time. So is our ancestors all over the earth. The veil is gone, so all beings, spiritual to physical, are present. The energy is palpable. It's tangible. I'm calling my energy back now. All of my light, what is yours, and what is mine is mine. You will receive through this what you are able to receive, what you are ready to receive. It's individual. This is an individual healing as well as collective. What I focus mostly on is the earth through us. So there is no separation in that. The earth is within us. The universe is within us. Our chakras connect to her chakras. Those of us who our DNA is activating, we are rising, are connecting more and more to Christ consciousness, to the earth, to everything. It is one consciousness. And then we are individuals in that one consciousness. Through the crystal grid, through the pyramids, through the light of the sun and the moon. Black hole sun talks about the portal shift, the 888 portal, the final portal home. The sun and the moon are fully engulfed on this earth right now, and it's only going to get louder and more powerful. And as the light is being drawn from the darkness, so too is the darkness rising for all to see. They both rise for all to see. And those that can connect and activate and awaken through Christ's consciousness will go with the light. Those that cannot will go somewhere else. That's the way it is. The Great Reset. Division of shadow and light. We cannot be both. It is the return of what they took. Okay? So this is way outside of our head. These are not any kind of regular Reiki session you're going to see. This is new earth stuff. I'm here for those that are rising. I'm here for those that have love and intention of love and togetherness and union and connectedness at their heart. Not matrix stuff. Okay? So we don't bring judgment. We don't bring fear. We don't bring expectations and assumptions. We co-create, we open our heart, and we allow our guides, our spirit, our God to guide us home. That's what it's about. Be omnipresent, be observant. Nothing less. So much love, my friends. What is yours, and what is mine on this new moon equinox eclipse. I keep hearing the energy of equinox. So it's like the polarity, right? Where seasons are also shifting. There's big energy movements here. So much love. I will see you next time. I will be uploading my 18 days. I've been going through the videos and picking out the important parts, and it talks a lot about basically what's been coming through. So I will be uploading that within the next day or two. Okay? So much love. Have a great time. Have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great morning. Have a great smile. Have a great breath. Have greatness and gratitude and joy and love aligned. I will see you on the flip side.